Hello, beautiful people. It's nice to be back here in Sicily, be back home, with Sara and the two ladies. It's very nice. So I would like to give you a little bit of an update from the past few weeks since I came back home. So after the surgery, I felt a little bit mentally and emotionally vulnerable, like not weak, not depressed, but I found myself crying many times, also for no reason. So just being a little bit vulnerable. Just after 3 years, I had and I have a huge pressure now on myself because I know I went through everything possible now to try to fix this illness and this situation, and now I know that my last resource was doing this surgery. So now I know that if it didn't work, I don't know what else to do. So there is this huge pressure and this huge fear that if this was not successful, so it's like game over. There is nothing else I can do, and everything starts spinning that way. So hopefully everything went well. I will know it probably in 1 or 2 weeks when I will be finally doing the MRI. But in the meantime, the last weeks after the surgery were tough. So the pain, let's say for 2 weeks after the surgery, was quite intense, and I managed to do those weeks, and then after 2 weeks I start reducing all the painkillers, all the drugs that I was taking after the surgery, and then now it's over 1 week that I'm drug free. I'm not taking any painkillers, and everything it's okay. But there is something really, really scary that happened last Sunday. So probably many of you noticed that we published the video not at the same time that we usually publish the video. The video came out really late in the afternoon, in the evening. Here in Italy, I don't know, in the United States maybe it was early in the morning, but anyways, usually we post at 3 and we posted like at 11 p.m. Sara posted at 11 p.m. The reason why that happened is because we were having lunch. It was a really hot day here in Sicily. We were having lunch and I start having a headache, and I was feeling weird, and I asked Sara to measure my pressure. My blood pressure was really low. The high pressure was like 90, and the lower pressure was just over 50. So really, really low pressure, and I said, okay, let me finish eating and lay down in bed. So I eat something and then I went straight to bed, and my headache was here. It started to be stronger, and then I start to feel my fingers and my hands numb, and I couldn't feel my hands, so I start to be a little bit scared and nervous. So as soon I told Sara, she said, okay, let's go to the emergency room, let's go to the hospital straight away. So in a few minutes she loaded the car and with all Lucia and Aria and Grandma Laura, and in a few minutes we were all in the car driving to the hospital, which is 15 minutes from here. And during the trip to the hospital, I start also feeling my tongue numb, and which was really scary and weird. And I said, I couldn't talk anymore. It was really hard to talk. And once I got to the hospital, I also started shaking. All my body was shaking. And luckily then we arrived to the hospital, and from there on the doctors were able to take over and see the situation, what was going on. The thing is that for Sara and I, when we felt these the symptoms and everything, in our mind it went directly to the memories of the strokes, of the seizures, of everything that happened at Lucky Land a few years ago. So we were like, the nightmare is happening again. For us, in our mind, was the nightmare is happening again. And was hard, was tough, and it was super scary. And
yeah, it was like, for me, it was terrible, guys. Terrible again, to relieve all the fear, as Luca said, and we thought, of course, your mind goes in the worst places, and you thought about the worst case scenario. So in my mind was, okay, Luca is having another stroke, because as soon as he told me, the pain is it's intense, and I said, but it's like the one that you had after the surgery at the hospital, like it's stronger. And as soon as he said, no, it's stronger, and I saw him in pain, and he started to become pale. And then I remember the night before the strokes, that at the moment, like at the time, was something that I, for me, was just an information like this. I didn't link that to the strokes. Luca told me, I feel my left arm and hand numb. So as soon as he said, okay, my left hand is numb, I just, my mind was, okay, let's jump in the car and just go to the hospital. And I know that the closest hospital doesn't have the neurology department in there, but I also wanted I need to choose the safest and fastest option. I know that in Cefalù we have, like, there is an hospital with the neurology, with the, with the department that it's like more okay for Luca in this situation.
Going to Cefalù would take us, let's say, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And going to this hospital is 15 minutes. And being in a hospital, at least over there, they have the heli pit, the helicopter pit. So, and they also have ambulances. So in case they say, okay, this is an emergency that we need to fly you to the closest hospital, which could be Palermo, Messina, or whatever, where they can, or just go on an ambulance. They decide. The thing I think that Sara did really well and smart was that she was really fast, and being there at the hospital, at least a doctor can make this decision and choose the right and safest way
to
act.
Yes. And while we were in the car, I was driving very fast. We called the ambulance, and I just said...
No, we called the emergency number.
We called the emergency number, yes. You tried to call him, and then Luca was not able to speak anymore. And this scared us a lot, so I took over and I said, okay, we are in the car. My husband had 3 strokes already, just had a surgery. He's not feeling well, he's not talking anymore. It was like... He was able to think and he was awake, but he was not able to talk anymore, and he started to shake. So I'm on my way to the hospital. Please called the hospital and said that we are on our way, we will be there in 5 minutes. And we arrived at the village, this little village, and the road was Sunday, was after lunch, was totally closed because of the market. And it was kind of a movie scene, a terrible movie scene, an action movie scene, where we start, just to scream, help, 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 and go, and everybody was just, moving away and letting us go through, because I didn't know another road. And then it's like this little village with narrow roads that when you go, it's just one way. And I wanted to go to the hospital, I want to arrive safe at the hospital. So, and as soon as we arrived there, Luca was shaking like crazy, was not talking anymore. And of course, since this illness, this pathology is so rare, it's also difficult to explain in 2 minutes what was going on and everything that happened to Luca in the past years.
So what I would like to say that it's super scary for us is not only the strokes, but I had, in Italian we say ischemia, is when a vein in your brain breaks due to blood thrombosis or even just the brain changing position because of the pressure of the liquor. And when a vein like this breaks, not many people survive to this thing. And even in my case, it caused me seizures and it caused my heart to stop and it caused me to stop breathing and basically to die. Luckily, Sara was able to perform a CPR and bring me back to life. But that was scaring us a lot because the percentage of the people who survive ischemia, so basically losing blood in your brain and when a vein breaks is low. And so you can imagine how scared we were and every time, and also the fear that we have been experiencing for the last 3 years.
But there is something that really helped, at least me, while driving Luca to the hospital, was like one only thing. I said, okay, you can choose fear or you can choose love. And I always choose love because this is what is giving me the strength during this moment, like being proactive and then thinking about love, the love that we have, the love that we have for us as a couple, as a family, the love that we are receiving from far away, from all over the world. So when you focus on love, the fear is defeated. And so I try to stay positive. I try to explain to the doctors everything. I try to push them to do a CT scan immediately with a contrast liquid, but they have to receive, the permission from another hospital. So we stayed 7 hours and a half waiting, but was incredible. I have to say the way the doctors treated us and the way they listened to me and the way they wanted to understand what was going on. I also immediately called the doctors in Switzerland, the team that followed Luca, and they answered me immediately. Even they were on the other side of the world. They say, we are here for you guys, don't worry. And I called also the doctor that was following Luca in Italy, in the north of Italy.
In Piedmont.
Everybody was just ready to help and they were just shocked and they were just so...
And it was Sunday,
yeah,
which in Italy on Sunday they are all home with their families. And all of them, they were straight away available on the phone to speak also with the doctors at the hospital to explain this rare condition, this rare situation.
All of them told me, as soon as you have all the images, the videos, whatever you have, the papers, just send everything to us, because what happened 2 years ago, Luca did an MRI here, and because the doctors, they didn't know where to look and what to look for, they didn't see the leak. We have to send everything to the right doctors to see. So they said, because we want to be 100% sure that there was no bleeding, that what is going on, please send everything to us. So that's why I posted the video then at 11, because at 11 I was sending all the documents to Switzerland and to Piedmont for a double check.
Yeah, something I'm really grateful for, and that I know that I'm alive because of that, is because Sara, in this situation, a really crazy situation, instead of panicking, she gets focused and she's able to act and do things instead of, being frozen and losing her mind. This is what saved me, first of all, back at Lucky Land in Piedmont, when I had the strokes, the seizures, and everything. And also this time, that was super scary. She was able to say, okay, let's do this, and
Yeah,
be
I
really present.
thank you, Mona. I lost my mind inside me, but on the outside, I have to keep everything together and to make a very fast and smart choice, because
Decisions straight away, because
and the
it
first time was just you and Luce and I. And this time, where you, Luce, Aria, and even, because I'm still breastfeeding Aria, I cannot say.
I will
I'm
just
not. I'm
leave
not
it.
pumping, so it's just leave it or just rush to the hospital just with Luca. And I know also Luce will suffer, so she was very happy to be with Daddy at the hospital, and sometimes we also sneak inside because she wanted to see Daddy. She wanted to see Daddy. Yeah, the emergency room with Luca. Very scary afternoon.
Yes.
Daddy's where? Yeah, Daddy's here, Mora. We're here, guys.
Yeah, it was quite scary. Basically, I had really strong headache here.
Papa,
And
dobbiamo le
yeah,
See? And he couldn't
I
feel
couldn't feel my hands anymore, and so we decided to come to the hospital.
and the tongue.
While we were in the car, I couldn't feel my tongue anymore. I couldn't talk, and I really thought that I was having another cerebral stroke, a thrombosis or something like that. So it was super scary. I arrived to the hospital.
Rushed to the hospital. Yeah.
And I was shaking, and yeah, it was super scary.
We're here. Like, I came to the closest hospital. Like in 10 minutes, we were here. Like I drove like a crazy. I know that it's not. And in the meantime, I talk with every doctor possible and see what will be the next step. Like they did a CT with and without contrast liquid, and from that there is no bleeding. So this is very important, and it was one of the most scary afternoon of my life, of course. Yes, tutto andrà bene, amore. Everything. Tutto bene, amore.
It where Daddy too much.
You love him.
Everything will be right.
Yes.
Right, and Daddy will happy tutti mani.
Yes, and you also. Still now we don't know what happened exactly. What we know from the CT scan is that there was no bleeding, not a big damage, because they say if you have like such a big pain and then in the scan we don't see anything like big, then probably it's safe.
Yeah, so what happened to me 3 years ago, you can see huge damage in my brain. You can see this blood that it will stay in my brain forever, because even if the blood dries, you will see this, let's say, gray or black spot that will stay forever. Also because of the iron that it's in the blood, even if the blood
It's a scar.
dries. Yes.
It's a scar that will stay there forever, because like it's not possible to perform surgery in that position of the brain. Will be too dangerous.
So the hypothesis, how do you say hypothesis?
I think what the doctors told us.
Yes,
That
probably happened, that it could be.
it makes sense.
It makes sense is that since I knew that having these strong headaches and then all these symptoms could lead to me having a stroke or having something serious, probably I start having a panic attack. And since I never had a panic attack, I didn't know the symptoms and what they can do to you. So then after the doctor explained us with research and everything, and actually panic attack can make you lose the feeling of your hands and your tongue, and you're not able to talk anymore. You hyperventilate, and you cannot breathe, you cannot speak, and straight away when I arrived you start shaking a lot, which are all things that I felt, and you actually feel it. It's not something just it's physical in your body. That was what made me scared the most. That wasn't something that I was like
imagining or just feeling just in your head. It was something that you feel for real, that you have for real. So the ability of not speaking anymore, just losing the ability of speaking, losing the feeling of your hands, this is something that happens for real. The shaking, the shaking. Yes. But since these symptoms are so close to seizures and to the beginning of the strokes, was very confusing for us. But this could be one of the reasons why, like, Luca started to have like all these symptoms because of a panic attack.
As soon as I arrived to the hospital, they made me blood test, they checked everything, and from many results, so the calcium in my blood, the hyperventilation, and many other things that they found in my body, they could say that they were the numbers and the things that could lead to a panic attack.
And I suggested to the doctors, I asked the doctors, please, can we go to another hospital in Messina, in Cefalù, where they have like the machinery also for the MRIs and for everything. And they said that there were no places available for kind of this type of not emergency situation. So
they especially on weekends, on Sundays, they give priority for emergencies where there is a life threat. Yes. And in my case, after all the things that they were checking right now, my life was not in danger.
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment. So they were like, okay, right now we don't have places to do this now. So and for me also talking with the doctor in Switzerland and in Piedmont, my pressure was still low. I had some IVs. I had after, as Sara said, after 5 hours, my headache was getting better. My blood pressure went a little bit up. It was still low, but it went a little bit up. I was feeling better. I was not having any more those symptoms. I was not shaking. I was calm. I was feeling better. So at that point, for me, I just wanted to go home and rest. Because,
and the doctors also agreed.
Yeah, and all the doctors said the same. Go home and rest. Because yes, in that trip also to the hospital, I sweat a lot, and I was also the scare and everything. I was devastated. I was really, really tired, and
you just wanted to go home.
Yes.
But since also referring to the first time that everything happened, Luca went to the emergency room probably twice, and he was experiencing this strong headache. Probably 20 days, 2 weeks, for a long time. 2 weeks.
2 weeks prior the.
And everybody told us, no, it's nothing, just probably the herniated disc or something like this, blah, blah, blah. I was not 100% sure to just go home and, rest. So I was not able to sleep. I checked on Luca all night long, just to be sure that he was okay, that he was breathing, that he was, resting. And the day after, on Monday, we, with the help of the doctors in Switzerland, we booked already an MRI for next week. So on the 25th of June, we will not wait like 6 weeks after the operation, the surgery, but we will already do the MRI so we can check if the surgery was successful and if the leak is sealed for real. And we can also check more, investigate more
what happened. So for me, I think that it will be a really good thing because as I mentioned before, I have this huge pressure on me to know if I'm fixed or not fixed, because mentally, if I know that it's fixed, I know that even if I have strong headaches, it will not cause dangerous things that can kill me, let's say. So for me, it will be like, okay, if I have pain in my head, I just get something, wait 2 or 3 hours, see if it gets better. I already spoke with the doctors about all of this, you know, and they said the same. Once you know that it's fixed, you don't need to rush to the hospital anymore, because we can give you some painkillers, we can give you some drugs that can make you relief from this pain, can you know.
Then the body after 3 weeks, and will be like this for other 2 months, is still adjusting to the difference of liquor in your spine, in your brain. So the pressure, everything is adjusting. It takes time. So
yes.
It takes time.
I was also talking with the doctor and trying to understand if when my blood pressure goes so low, it affects the pressure of the liquor in my brain and can cause these headaches in this moment right now. But there are so many factors that are still you know, just after the surgery, this pressure in my brain can go
levels.
Yes, my body still needs to adjust. It takes months. So they said, you know, it could be the pressure, your blood pressure, it could be many factors. The thing is that for a few months it will be like this, so you need to rest, you need to adjust.
It's very difficult for Luca
yeah
to
it's
rest.
really hard also.
I have to tie him to the bed, and first thing when he arrived home, guys, I just want to share this because it's a little bit funny. The day after, 2 days after, I say, "But amore, can I use a tractor?" And I say, "Oh no."
I really wanted to drive the tractor.
No, the tractor is forbidden right now. Everything is forbidden. And then the day
Still
after,
they are covered.
"Can we go and plant some plants?" I say, "No, we cannot go and plant some plants." But you know, I know that the olive grove is a happy place for Luca, for all of us. So every time that it's possible, we just drove there, and he can rest and see the plants and
I love staying there, walking on our land, sitting there, enjoying, and I can't wait to, you know, I love taking care of plants, and yes.
Our projects on the land have been postponed, of course, for give priority to Luca's surgery and the recovery. So in a few weeks we will start also working again on the land, just following other people working on the land. We will have some people helping with cleaning the land in the next weeks, so that Luca can rest.
Yeah. Okay, so these kind of videos all sitting down are not the kind of videos we love, but actually, unfortunately, my life for over 1 month now has been sitting down, laying in bed, sitting down, laying in bed, and yes, and not much. So unfortunately, it's not exciting and adventurous as
it is
I would like.
exciting because it's your recovery. It is exciting because people love you, whatever, you know, you will film. It's not important right now.
Okay, but I wish we could provide you with some exciting videos, adventure videos around Sicily, which it is also what I like doing the most, but unfortunately
We will do it.
this is real life. Is not always exciting and adventurous. It's made also of laying down in bed and trying to rest and heal.
Yeah, guys, it's a very... Now, I'm trying to joke because, of course, it is the way I am, but it is a very tough moment, like dealing with all of these. Try to be a good partner, a good wife, a good mom, a good daughter, a good woman that is working, taking care of the house, cooking healthy meals for Luca, and trying also to not show too much to Luce and to Aria. It's not easy. So we hope that you kind of appreciate
And understand.
us and understand us making these kind of videos, but we want to share what is going on, I know that you want also to know, because you have shown so much love and so much care for us, for Luca, for our family, that it's like reading the comments is something that sometimes we don't have time to do, but lately I've been doing this because it's helping me, because you are so positive, you are so uplifting. And so again, I want to thank you for the love that you're showing, for the patience that you are showing. And I also would like to thank all the doctors that are doing an incredible job of supporting us, supporting Luca,
Yes.
and trying to find the best way to cure him.
We found people who really love what they do.
Yes.
And you can tell, because even in their day off, as soon they heard from us, they were like, okay, let us know, let me check the images, let's see. And we have the same goal, and also for them it's like our challenge, they excite them to try to fix. It's like a puzzle, and they want to be able to fix the puzzle.
I'm always impressed. So thank you to all the doctors of the world, everybody, the medical teams, the medical personnel that is working at the emergency rooms. They are taking care of other people, nurses, doctors, everybody. You are amazing. So thank you for your work, and thank you for your commitment, and thank you for your love, because it's helping people, many people. And thank you guys. Of course, we will see you soon with another video. We love you, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming along with us.
Ciao beautiful people, we'll see you next Sunday, hopefully. And remember, la vita è bella.
Life is truly beautiful.
And love always wins.
L'amore vince sempre.
Ciao ciao.
Ciao beautiful people.